Today we have with us Ahmed Hussen, a Liberal candidate for York South-Weston-Etobicoke, who is running for re-election in the April 2028 federal election. Over the years, you have served in key cabinet roles, including immigration, housing, international development, and these are all topics we'd like to address today. Thank you for joining us. First of all, what motivated your decision to seek re-election?
Well, we still have, we've achieved a lot for Canadians, but we still have a lot of work to do. This is a very, very important election. It's an election that really will determine how we respond to the unjustified tariffs and threats to our economy by President Donald Trump of the United States. And so this is a very consequential election. And I felt that it was important to step up together with my colleagues from the Liberal Party of Canada and our leader, Mark Carney, to defend our economy and to ensure that Canada is a strong country that can defend its borders, can defend its sovereignty, and ensure economic prosperity for its people.
As the Liberal candidate for this specific riding, York South-Weston-Etobicoke, what is the biggest difference you hope to make for your constituents if re-elected?
Well, to continue the investments that we've made in childcare, in dental care, in housing, in affordable housing, in pharmacare, making sure that we take care of seniors. We're promising to increase supports for seniors, supports for young people, create well-paying jobs, make sure that families are supported, making sure that people who want to retrain and get new skills are supported with a $15,000 credit. So it's continuing the work that I had started to bring more investments in infrastructure in the community, but also making sure that we work even harder to ensure that people that we work on our plan for community safety and create jobs for young people. So for me, in York South-Weston-Etobicoke, it's continuing the work that I've been doing so that we can continue to support families as well as young people and seniors.
What do you believe differentiates you from the other candidates in your riding?
The biggest difference is that we Liberals believe in investing in Canadians and investing in communities as a way to ensure economic growth and investing in people. So, for example, by investing in $10 a day childcare, hundreds of thousands of women have returned to the workforce because now they have affordable childcare. Mainly women, some men, but mainly women. Through the dental care, we're making sure that people who have never had an opportunity to go see a dentist because of high costs are now able to do that, because oral care is healthcare. The difference between us and the Conservatives, for example, is that the Conservatives believe in cutting your way to growth. They believe in cutting these investments, cutting these programs, and giving tax cuts to the very wealthy, and somehow believing that that will create economic growth. We believe that economic growth and prosperity comes from investing in people, investing in communities. We believe that the economy should work for the people, and the people should not work for the economy. The economy should be there to help people prosper. And so when you invest in people, like our upskilling credit, the $15,000 that we're promising to invest in people who want to start a second career, I believe when people have more skills, higher skills, and get paid more money and get well-paying, good quality jobs, that's good for the economy, but it's also good for our community. So they don't believe in those kinds of programs. They don't believe in investing in Canadians. In fact, they would cut the existing programs and they would stop any future investments.
You talked about this a bit already, but I would like to explore it a bit further. What would you say are the core priorities the Liberal Party in this election?
Number one is to protect our country from these unjustified tariffs by retaliating and making sure that we protect our economy. Every single dollar that will be raised from the retaliatory tariffs that we impose on the United States will be reinvested right back into Canadian workers Second is to shore up and reinforce our capability for defending ourselves, invest in our Canadian Armed Forces, invest in the North so that we protect the Arctic, as well as build infrastructure to benefit communities there. Third is invest in people. As I said, the upskilling credit, but also the programs to enable first-time home buyers to buy their first home. We are promising to waive the goods and services tax, the GST, on any home under $1 million, $1 million or less for first-time home buyers. That plus the existing first-time home buyer tax-free savings account will be significant savings for first-time home buyers. In addition to that, we've presented a very ambitious and innovative housing plan that will ensure that we build 500,000 new homes every year, 500,000 additional residential homes every year, and cut development charges in half for municipalities that are willing to provide more multi-unit residential homes. We're also going to create a new entity called Build Canada Homes, and that entity is meant to bring the federal government back into the business of building housing, including making federal lands available for housing.
Let's talk a bit about immigration. We know that Canada has a long-standing reputation for welcoming immigrants, but with the latest adjustments to immigration targets, is that approach shifting somehow?
Well, I mean, that was always meant to get a handle on the situation and adjust to concerns raised by communities and concerns around the numbers. We always have immigration planning processes, and we have to present an immigration plan. And every Canadian government has to present an immigration levels plan every November. As part of that process, we're always consulting stakeholders, we're always consulting provinces, municipalities, the business community, and so on. But the Liberal Party of Canada's plan is to continue family reunification, to prioritize that, bring skilled workers to Canada who can help us grow our economy, particularly in areas where there's severe shortages, like in the healthcare sector, as well as the building sector. We had emphasized those sectors as being sectors that should be targeted by our immigration system to bring more of those skills here. And in addition to that, continue to maintain Canada's reputation as a place that provides sanctuary and security for those who are fleeing persecution. So I think that balance will continue, but at the same time, we'll continue to listen to Canadians on the right balance moving forward.
You've also led Canada's international development file. What do you see as Canada's most important role globally in supporting sustainable development and humanitarian efforts?
So that's another area of key difference between us and the Conservatives. The Conservative leader has said that if he becomes Prime Minister and if he forms a government, he will eliminate all foreign aid that Canada provides to the global South. Can you imagine? He will eliminate the entire international assistance program and give all that money to the military. Well, we believe differently. We believe that we can invest in our military, but we should also continue to provide international assistance to the global South and to our partners, and be part of the solution to common problems like climate change, like biodiversity loss, like plastic pollution, making sure that we join other countries in the fight against hunger, in the fight against disease, in the fight for better healthcare around the world, better management of pandemics. And what we've said is that we're committed to continuing that global leadership role in things like nutrition and empowering women and young girls and youth. So we're not going to abandon that. We'll continue to invest in international assistance programs because it's in Canada's interest to have that global influence and presence and engagement so that we can solve these common challenges together and provide more solutions to challenges that are facing all of us as human beings.
Finally, would you like to leave a message or call to action to our Portuguese community as they prepare to vote?
Well, first of all, I want to, of course, wish them a belated happy Easter. Second, I always say this, Portuguese Canadians have and continue to make significant contributions to our country and our economy. They've literally built up this country. They have shown that, that a community that has come, brought its culture and vibrant culture and heritage, while also integrating very successfully into Canada. I appeal to them to support the Liberal Party of Canada because we are fighting to protect our economy and to continue to invest in people. And we want everyone to succeed. And that is the difference between us and the Conservatives. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Mr. Hussen.